Hey everyone, Abby here, back with May's monthly roundup. Today, I'll cover subscriptions, copyright, VR, and more. We've split everything into sections specific to whether you're a viewer or a creator, so be sure to check out the timestamps in the description below. As always, there will be more info about everything we mention in the description too. So, let's get started. If you haven't seen it yet, Susan, our CEO, shared some updates on our 2019 priorities and filled you in on how we've been addressing creator feedback.
And given the scale and impact of YouTube, there's nothing more important than managing our role as a platform responsibly. So let me start with our first priority, living up to our responsibility.
If you'd like to hear directly from Susan about how we plan to continue to live up to our responsibility, support your success, and improve our communication with you, check out the video linked in the description. Subscriptions help you stay connected with the communities you love, so we know they're important to many of you. We've got a few updates around subscriptions for you this month. First, starting in August, we'll show abbreviated subscriber counts across all of YouTube's public surfaces for channels over 1,000 subscribers. Creators, you'll still see your channel's full subscriber count in YouTube Studio. We've heard that some of you are concerned about the impact this change will have on our API, so we've passed this along to our product team. Second, you can now filter for specific channels in your subscriptions feed on iOS. When you click on a channel icon from the horizontal list, you'll see the latest videos from that specific channel without leaving your subs feed. All the channels you've subscribed to stay at the top of the feed so that you can more easily surf from one channel to the next. Based on your initial reactions, this feature is making it easier for you to find new videos from the creators you love. So we're working to expand it across Android and desktop. We've moved any subscriptions you had in the YouTube gaming app over to your subs feed on YouTube to prepare for gaming's new home on youtube.com/gaming. Some of you hadn't heard about this merge and were concerned that you were seeing old subs in your feed, but everything is working as intended here. These were just your subscriptions from the gaming app. Some of you also told us that you would have preferred to have more control over what channels were merged, so we've passed this feedback along to our product teams. We're working hard to ensure that Studio Beta is ready to be the default experience for all creators. Most recently, we've added in the ability to see real-time traffic sources on your most recent uploads, create custom groups of videos for analytics, and see even more geographic data, even down to the US state level. If you want a how-to on some of these new features, check out the video that the YouTube Creators channel made, linked below. The product team is also working to improve page load time, especially for certain browsers, to make navigation easier, and to continue to migrate features over from YouTube Studio Classic. More updates on this to come. Some of you shared your concerns this month around reuse content policies, wondering whether your channel could face demonetization for not talking or showing your face in your videos. We want to set the record straight that you don't need to narrate or show your face in videos to monetize. If you're reusing or repurposing someone else's content, however, you do need to transform the original work by adding your own unique value and being clear in your descriptions about the value that you've added. You can add value in a number of ways. We give a couple of suggestions in the help community post linked below. All YPP members now have access to the copyright match tool that we announced last year, which helps you find re-uploads of your content on other channels and decide whether you want to take action. It's super important that you carefully evaluate each match to confirm that you own the rights to that matched content and that you believe it infringes on your copyright before taking action. We saw some confusion this month from creators wondering why they now have the ability to take copyright-related actions on other creators' content, and this is the reason. We have a couple of exciting updates for YouTube VR. First, YouTube VR is now available on Oculus Quest. With over 1 million VR videos and experiences, we're working hard to make YouTube VR available for everyone, and this gets us one step in the right direction. Second, you can now launch the YouTube VR app directly from your home screen on Android. In the past, this icon was only found within Daydream. Now it's much easier to locate and open directly from home. And that's it for May. Tell us what you think in the comments, and we'll see you again right here next month. Bye!